you've said on this show before. I've watched your content. You said it before, and that is about capitalism. Okay, there's going to be a lot of people that might get upset with this, with some of the listeners.
That's what this show's about, upsetting people, right?
Yeah. Rallying. I love capitalism, but we don't have, in my humble opinion, capitalism right now. We have cronyism, which is a complete other corruption of the marketplace. And like, back in the day, like I was just talking to a good friend of mine. We were talking about, because he owns his own business, and he's like fighting tooth and nail all the time. And we were just talking about, like, there was a time in the 80s, the 70s and 80s where the government kind of wanted to encourage you to create businesses, and they were doing stuff to help businesses thrive. And that day is not today anymore. It is crony capitalism when the government will shut everything down, but Walmarts and Amazon Freshes and all that stuff during COVID, that to me is fascism. 100%. We don't have Johnny and I talk about all the time, like, based on where I am in LA is based on the internet provider I can take. That's the only one I can take. That's not free market. There's nothing free market about that. What are your thoughts on all that?
Yeah, well, where you and I agree is that this is a form of fascism. I mean, we have the largest police state in the world. We have the largest prison industrial complex with the most people in prison in the world. So that means the land of the free is the largest prison state on earth. So it is absolutely a form of fascism. But I guess maybe where you and I differ is, yes, this is crony capitalism, but that is capitalism. That's where it ends up. It will always end up that way, in my opinion. There's not a form of capitalism that just does away with corruption. It is designed around putting price tags on everything. There is a price tag on your water, on the trees, on your air, on your land, on every aspect of your life, on your labor, which is your soul, it's your being, and all of that is being milked in order to enrich a tiny number of galactic level assholes. And so this is the system. This is how it works. And you may put restraints on it, right? There have been restraints here and there in the past, such as the New Deal and stuff. But those are just, little weak tethers that try and hold back the monster that is at the heart of the system. And, you look at our environment, it's collapsing around us. Finding clean water is now a major effort for most people around the world. Breathing air that isn't giving you cancer is now a major effort. So it just puts a price tag on everything and creates a collapsing world around us.
I will agree with you on that. The pollution situation, the selling off of our land. I mean, right now we're hearing stories, right, Johnny, where we talked about how, like, Canada and Saudi Arabia are just jacking our oil. I mean, our water.
Yeah.
And they were doing it to Australia as well. I mean, China just goes in there and steals all their water, and you have farmers going, we got no water left. Whatever the system is, and and I would say this probably for every system, is like eventually the evil, the really smart or the really rich is going to manipulate it and basically create control.